The movie begins and we see a child named Cal who was doing stunts on his bicycle in the streets of the Spain, but when he returns to his house he sees that his mother was bleeding profusely and she had died, and the one who killed her was none other than his father. His father asks him to run away from there. Then we see that many people were coming to catch them. We do not know anything about who they were, but before they come here he runs away from that place. Now 30 years have been passed and we see Cal here in a prison in Central America. He was sentenced to death for the murder of a man, and the day he was to be punished was the day of his birthday. The policeman tied up Cal on a stretcher and slowly mercury is injected inside him so that he can leave this world peacefully. Before death he sees a girl's face and after some time he opens his eyes, but this time he was in a completely different place. In front of him was sitting the same girl whom he had seen before death. The name of this girl is Sophia and she is a scientist. Cal was himself very nervous, feeling anxious. He tries to get out of there and see that he was not alone at the place, but there are many other people like him. Cal tries to escape from there but learns that he was in a huge building far away from the city. Sophia says that they need his help to make peace in this world, after which they forcefully capture him and connect him to the machine. The name of this machine was Animus, whose job was to extract the memories of his ancestors from the DNA of any human being so that the scientists could complete their research. When Cal first connects with Animus, the memories of his past are extracted from his mind. Cal's ancestors called themselves the Assassins. We see Cal's ancestor Aguilar in 1492 saving a child. This child was the son of a king who had been kidnapped by some people known as Templars so that they could blackmail the king. Then Aguilar along with his team kills those Templars and save that child before Sophia can see the story ahead. The Animus loses its connection and Cal falls down. Sophia was able to see such old memories for the first time, and this time it was expected that their purpose would be fulfilled. Actually they were looking for Apple of Eden. It is believed that whoever has an Apple of Eden he can control people's thinking, but he was hidden somewhere by Aguilar 500 years ago so that Templars could not get it, because Templars wanted to rule the whole world by trolling people's thinking. All these scientists were also descendants of Templars who has been trying to find that apple for the past 500 years. Then we see Sophia's father Alan, the man who was leading the whole project. He had spent his whole life in making the Animus, but he was being paid for this work by a Templar named Kay. They have spent so much money in extracting the memories of ancestors with the help of Animus, but this time she tells him that they will have to shut down the Animus project in the next week because we no longer need Apple of Eden to control people's thoughts. We cannot completely control people's mind, but Alan says this time we will use science to do so, because as long as people have the desire for freedom we can never rule this world. After that we see Cal, who is now conscious. He was seeing his 500 years old memories and Aguilar again in front of him. When Sophia visits him, Cal attacks her and asks what kind of prison she has brought him to, and Sophia explains that he is not in any prison. They are seeking out Apple of Eden from his ancestors' memories in order to wipe out violence from this world. Cal notices that they had information not only about him but about his entire family, when they were born, when they died, everything. Sophia tells Cal that if the location of an apple is known then they will free him. Cal felt that they had saved his life, and on top of that their intentions are not bad either. That's why he gets ready to help them. There he sees more people like him there. He meets Musa, who has the memories of his ancestors 200 years old. Another man places an apple in front of him and says him not to tell them anything about Apple of Eden. Cal found it a bit strange here, but he doesn't pay much attention to this. Then we see Alan, who tells his daughter Sophia to connect Cal with Animus again tomorrow, as they have very little time, but Sophia tells him that we can't do this because Cal's body was no longer capable of controlling such old memories. On the other hand, we see that Cal was seeing illusions of Aguilar again and again, he attacking Cal, but due to this Cal's fighting skills also become better. Some people try to forcefully connect the Cal with Animus, so he got very confused on this point. He could not understand why those people were forcing him. Sophia tells him to forget everything and focus only on the Animus, otherwise he may have brain damage. Now he is again sent back to his memories. He again outreaches the Aguilar's memories of 1492. Templars once again had captured the king's son so that they could get Apple of Eden from King. Aguilar knows that King will give that apple to them to save his son, so they had to prevent King from doing so at any cost. But we see that Templars has caught him too and is about to burn him live, but as soon as they set fire to the woods, only then Aguilar and his teammates at the same time free themselves and run away from there. Templars run and chase them the way Aguilar was moving his body. The body of Cal Anonymous was also moving in the same way. Then we are shown that that Aguilar comes to a very high height where he had no other way but to jump, but as soon as he jumps, Cal's connection with Animus breaks due to connection failure. Cal's body was paralyzed, but Sophia tells him that this paralysis is temporary. Cal asks that will they kill him, upon which Sophia says that it will not happen if next time he connects with Animus on his own free will, but he refuses to do so. On the other hand, we see the rest of the prisoners who were asking when they would be freed, but Sophia had no answer. To this, Alan goes to meet Cal as he wanted him to connect with Animus this time on his own free will. There were some other people also who refused to let them into Animus, but we are shown that the condition of those people was not good. In return for his help, Alan was ready to give him what he had wanted all his life. Actually, Cal wanted to kill his father, and we are shown that his father was also imprisoned in the same place. Alan gives a knife to Cal with which his father killed his mother and tells him that now he can kill his father. When he goes to kill his father, he recognizes him and says that he has to protect that apple. Under no circumstances should it fall into the hands of these scientists. He says that they also wanted to connect his mother with Animus to find that apple from her memories, but his mother thought it better to die than to connect with Animus. But his words were not having any effect on Cal, rather he was now so angry that he now wanted to destroy the entire Assassin's dynasty, for which he would have agreed to connect with Animus, this time on his own free will. He doesn't kill his father and runs from there now because it was confirmed that Apple's location is in his memories. That's why other people attack to kill him, so that the secret gets buried with him, but the security guard saved his life. After this, Cal is reunited with Animus and he once again reaches his past memories. This was the time when Templars had attacked the king, and in exchange for his son's life they demand Apple of Eden. The king had no other way, so he had to give it to them, and on the other hand, Aguilar was keeping an eye on them. He attacked Templars and snatches that apple from them. During this fight, Templars caught Maria, but Maria further tells that no matter what happens he should not give them that apple, and took her own life. Aguilar did not want to let her sacrifice waste, that's why he fights and kills them and runs away. He was surrounded by Templars and had no choice but to leap from their fort once again, the force of which causes the Animus to violently malfunction. Aguilar later gives the apple to Christopher Columbus, who vows to take it to his grave. When Musa and the modern assassin prisoners start a riot in order to escape, Alan orders the facility purged. Abstergo security kills Joseph and most of the other prisoners. Cal stands in the Animus chamber and is met with projections of his ancestors, including Aguilar, Arnodorian, Joseph and his mother, while Sophia glimpses the projection of an assassin resembling her. Persuaded by his mother, Cal embraces his assassin heritage, and having fully assimilated Aguilar's abilities, joins Musa and Lin in escaping the facility. Having retrieved the apple from Columbus's burial vault, the Templars convene at a ceremony in their London sanctuary to celebrate their triumph. Inside the sanctuary, a disillusioned Sophia meets Cal, who has come to take the apple, and she reluctantly allows him to act. Cal retrieves the apple, killing Alan in the process. As Sophia vows revenge, the assassins depart, swearing once again to protect the apple from the Templars.